He confessed to the crime.
A 7-year-old holding on, his grandfather dead.
Saw a little boy on the floor.
The accused blaming a family feud.
There is no remorse.
This is what we know right now about the deadly Port St. Lucie shooting. A 7-year-old who was shot in the stomach remains in critical condition.
The 69-year-old man who was killed and the suspect, Brandon Hawkins, have a history of fighting. And right now, crime scene investigators are back at that Port St. Lucie home where the shooting happened. Live team coverage tonight from St. Mary's Medical Center and that home along Southwest Kentwood Road. We begin with News Channel 5's Jon Shainman with what he has learned and how all of this began. John?
Well, Shannon J. crime scene detectives actually just left 217 Kentwood a short time ago. We were told by police that it was a wrong fast food order that sent 24-year-old Brandon Hawkins here to girlfriend Jamie Young's home, but that wasn't the primary reason he came here. He also came looking for that woman's brother to settle a score. An argument ensued between Hawkins and Young, and then there was gunfire. Again, as we mentioned, crime scene detectives were back out here earlier today. Police tell us Brandon Hawkins fired at his girlfriend Young as she ran from the home holding her 7-year-old son Emmanuel, who was hit once in the abdomen. Now, we talked with one neighbor who heard the couple arguing minutes before her granddaughter heard what she thought were fireworks. Just a little while ago, we got the 911 calls from the neighbor as Young ran to her house.
My neighbor came over, somebody shooting a gun in her house, and the kids are there. Her kids are there.
And you can hear the tension there in her voice. And then the mom eventually also got on and saying that she was concerned about the welfare of her children. Now, among the discoveries that were made today by crime scene detectives, a stray bullet discovered lodged in a home wall just behind the crime scene. Now, after Hawkins shot at Young, he went to an RV in the back of this property here, got into an argument with 69-year-old Levi Williams. That is the boyfriend of Young's mother. Shot him in the head at least once and killed him. Police telling us today that Hawkins showed no remorse except for the injuring of the 7-year-old boy who he actually referred to as his son. Hawkins was picked up overnight by police at another girlfriend's home in Tradition. Coming up all new at 6 o'clock, we will hear from one of Hawkins' co-workers who's just shocked at what happened here last night. We're live at Port St. Lucie. Jon Shainman, WPTV News Channel 5.
Megan McRoberts continues our team coverage from St. Mary's Medical Center, where 7-year-old Emmanuel Morgan is now recovering. And Megan, you spoke with the boy's family. What did they have to say?
Well, the grandmother tells me that the boy is still in critical but stable condition. Police say he was shot in the abdomen by his mother's boyfriend, Brandon Hawkins. Police also say Hawkins held a gun up to the head of his 10-year-old sister. She wasn't harmed, but police say this is not the first time that these kids have been exposed to this kind of gun violence. Police records show in 2012, Hawkins, their mom's brother Jamar Young, and the stepfather Levi Williams were all in an argument that led to Jamar firing a gun inside their home. Police saying the bullet went through a wall that was near a room the children were playing in. They were just 5 and 7 years old at the time. DCF did investigate that case but say they are not getting involved just yet in last night's shooting. And again, the 7-year-old still in the hospital. Police say that 10-year-old will remain in her mother's custody. Reporting live, Megan McRoberts, WPTV News Channel 5.
We are starting to learn a little bit more about